Hello everyone, I am Tacet and welcome to the Gems of War Tower of Doom stream, week 10, day 2. So of course today we have ourselves the delves for the day. Definitely need to make sure I go and do them as we are so low in charge right now. Luckily I do have a task for one of them as well. They give quite a bit too. I currently got a legendary one. I think that's like what, 200 shards? Somewhere around there. But yeah, pretty hefty amount of shards. Actually, yeah, it's exactly 200. And that'll help get us a little bit higher. I think I'm currently sitting at like 70,000 or 7,000. Ideally, we'd hit 15,000 by next week. However, I don't think that's happening. We have quite a distance to go, that is for sure. But other than that, because of course we're getting new faction, not this Friday, but the following Friday. This Friday is Vault event. But anyways, yeah, we got the Fang Moor event, and we got ourselves the normal Tower of Doom. So I'll probably just start off with Tower of Doom first. We did finally change up the team into Yasmin because we needed it for the battles. I think we almost have all rewards, if not all rewards already. Nope, not quite. Still need the last little orb there, which we'll get probably tomorrow. I don't think we'll be able to reach it tonight unless a bunch of people are online right now in my guild. We'll get that likely tomorrow and be good to go from there. As far as Tower of Doom is concerned, we do need to make sure we reach floor 25 though, including completion of 25. But everything 26 and beyond we do not need to do. It is just for leaderboard, and leaderboard is pretty pointless. Though we did make top 20, so that's a little bit extra resources if we happen to maintain that. Anyways, see what on earth we actually need for this. Let me go move chat over so I can actually see it. Hello everyone! Hello William, hello Corn, hello everyone else. Welcome, welcome. Anyways, let me move that over. Okay, everything should be set up now. So, fights, what do we have? We'll probably just go until we hit 0 and then do faction for the rest of the time. There's the updated list. What floor were we on again? 17. And they're scouted all the way to 30 already. Wow. Double haste. Nice. And a lucky. Very nice. Wow, it's every room. That's rare. Can't even remember the last time we've had literally every room. But, yeah. Looks like literally every room. So it doesn't even matter what order we do. We'll just go do all of them. Since they are all the correct one. I don't think I've ever actually seen that, where all 4 are actually viable. First 2 of them are haste, which isn't that viable, but still. Now that you can use those for extra stats, you technically go for them every time. Because extra stats is extra stats. I should have probably done that on not first slot. That was a bit of a waste, given that you already got hit. But oh well. We'll go down some reds, get our mana, get double Ketris. Obviously keep spamming Yasmin. Doesn't matter if they hit us, we just keep getting more HP than they can even do in damage. So they're not actually going to kill us off of that. And so every single skull we can just ignore. Because we gain durability from doing that way quicker than we're losing it. But we'll do that again, get that down, and that should be a double Ketris for the wipe. With all the boost ratio. And we do have auto boost ratio now, so we can see how ridiculously high it's hitting. With the 277 plus 30, which comes out to, what is that, 307? Plus the 150 something adjacents. The 153. Oh, there's one haste scroll. Just for fun, let's do the haste back to back. Where was the other haste? The haste is on 5, and then we'll do the other 2. Doesn't actually matter what order we do it in. Hello, Bakchan. Hello, Steve. Welcome, welcome. Hope all of you been doing good. Yeah, I've finally been starting to feel somewhat better. I still have a really, really bad cough whenever I wake up and stuff like that. And stomach still has been kind of all over the place. But other than that, it's getting there. Hello, Chunky. Welcome. Let's see. We'll just go for that one. What do I even take here? None of it seem worth it, so let's take a green for now. Yes, the whole point of doing haste scrolls is for a Raven chance. That is the only point of them. Because of course they cost 1 sigil and they give you 1 sigil back. So unless you get a Vow Raven, you get basically nothing from the battle. But the whole point of taking them is hoping that you get a Vow Raven. And even if you don't specifically get a Vow Raven from it, there's a good chance that it's increasing the chance that you get a Vow Raven in the following battles. Not directly, but any battle you do is 1 step closer to getting to a Vow Raven. So yeah, we're basically just doing it for the Vow Raven, essentially. We're hoping that we get one. And even if it doesn't, it's still technically helping us get towards one. And we take these other 2. One's a lucky for 2 Doom kills, which is one of the best rooms in the entire game for Tower of Doom. And the other, I forget what the other one was, but it was something useful. Oh, it was the move on scroll, duh. One needed to actually progress forward. That might help. Just maybe. Okay, we'll go and get Yasmin here. Let's do it on first since he's already damaged. Not damaged too much, just one little poke. Before he gets poked again. At this point we might as well go for the forecast method. A little bit slower, but then you can just double Ketris. Don't have to worry about it, assuming they don't get summons. Which they might get. He has 50% off of that and 25% off of that. Do we have it? Yeah, so we'll just go for that. And hopefully it doesn't trigger. How much adjacent is that? Not enough is how much adjacent that is. We're gonna do something slightly weird. We're gonna do that. Yeah, I had a feeling he would do that. That is exactly why I targeted there. Let's go for another Yasmin, I guess. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna hold. We'll do this, then we Yasmin. Actually, no, we do this, then we Yasmin, then we Ketris. There we go. And that wouldn't have been enough damage otherwise. We just Ketris in. Yeah, look at that. Hero doesn't even need any barrier or anything. Yep, there's a lucky scroll. 2 free wins from 22 to 24. Very nice. Gee, how is the guild doing in that regard? Yeah, I'm all the way in the middle. I need to change that. But, yeah, we're actually top 20 for now. Not like it really matters much on leaderboard, but hopefully we can maintain that. It's 25 extra gems and 2 extra dooms. Obviously, the 25 extra gems being the only relevant part of it. Let's see, we'll grab, oh, I was gonna take those greens. Grab that for now. Get a Yasmin down on his first slot, where he takes even more damage again. Not the carry, do we go for it? I guess so. A little overkill on mana, but we do need it. For Yasmin. I really wish Yasmin had auto extra turn. It's already powerful enough without it, but it would be so convenient if it did. The only weapon that has that is Rope Dart. At least specifically on one of the affixes. A few other weapons that also have extra turns, but most of them are pretty irrelevant compared to Rope Dart. Like Phylacracy and stuff like that. Okay, we'll just let him have the skulls. None of that's for extra turns, so we can just go for Yasmin into Ketris. Actually, probably won't even need 3, just 2 will do it. Yeah, they're in there. That's not enough damage to one-shot, though, is it? We need a whole another Yasmin. Or for double brown, I guess. Didn't get it. Now let's take a brown into, what should be Flynn. Do that. Ketris dead. And it should be way more than enough damage. On to the next one. And there's our unlock. Hey, and we get a Valraven off it. Oh, duh. Obviously, we killed it. Hey, we're right back at where we started. Between the haste scrolls and everything. We're right back at 11. And that's why you take those hastes. Even if it's not specifically a Valraven, it's moving you closer towards one. So we didn't even waste a single battle doing all that. Or a single sigil, I should say. We're gonna hold off on that convert. He's gonna have full mana regardless of what I do. There's no point in go for it now. We're not even casting him for several turns because we need to do Yasmin first. So let him do whatever there. Go for another tier. Probably taking blue there. Done full mana this turn. Ah, when he gets Surge, that's unfortunate. That is quite unfortunate, but we'll go for another one there. Then we just grab blue. Another Apothecary. I guess we do that on green. Don't think we have. Oh, actually, yes, we do have one. Go for it on purple there. And that's the last one we need, right? Yes. Do that. He's unfortunately going to revive. Can't really stop that. That's enough to adjacent kill the other one, so that's fine. And I just have to deal with his first slot, which we could do with Yasmin into Ketris. One Ketris will not be enough damage. Need a blue. Oh, that works too. Okay. I need a blue or green. Neither are available. So now we need blue. And one Ketris will kill, and we can do that off of a Apothecary then. Alignment. Where are you? Blue. Good enough. We don't need blue anymore now that we got the little bit of mana there. No extra turn, but we can just swipe for the final thing. I guess red surge. Of course you don't surge. So take that. And that should be way more than enough damage. Yeah, 400 and 456 or so. 460, somewhere around there. Okay, floor 18. Probably go to floor 20 for now and then focus on delves. And we should be able to get the rest of it done tomorrow night. Hour of Doom. So why are these floors have so many rooms? Every single room except for 5. Once again. Then again, should we even keep going for hastes? I might just skip on hastes. Let's see. Well, we're definitely going to have enough by the end of the week. Yeah, I think we're going to skip on hastes. We still have fireballs and stuff too. We have 2 fireballs. No heroism though, unfortunately, but we got 2 fireballs. You know what? I'm actually going to skip on haste. Hopefully they're marked correctly. Capital H should be heroism. Lowercase h's should be the haste scrolls. So we're going to skip both of those and just go for the 3 then. We're probably not going to need them. Or it's not even, or probably, we're definitely not going to need them. Let's see, we'll go for down green. Oh, you finally got a Weaver, congratulations. Well, hello, Captain Plipskin. Are there any interesting teams using Chief Dragon? No, not really. He's sometimes used with, oh, what's his name? He's sometimes used with Iron Gut. And you can technically use him for Infinite Bleed. However, he's not particularly over the top for either of those 2 instances. Kind of average in both. Yeah, congrats on finally getting Weaver. Hello, little Sobo, welcome. Hope I'm feeling better, thank you. Pretty much there. Still not feeling 100%, but hopefully in the next week or so. Luckily, finally feeling good enough to do content again. Like before, I couldn't even talk when I was coughing so much earlier. Between the throat and everything. At least I can do that now. Let's see. Is that even enough damage? No, it is not. Good thing for auto boost ratios. On the best thing that came in version 4.4. Also, I never did the 4.4 video yet, have I? I need to go do that soon. By soon, I mean if I have time tomorrow. I need to go do that tomorrow. Let's see. I'm just gonna do this and hope that's enough damage. I'm not even gonna check if it's enough. Of course it's not. Well, we'll go do that. Throw a catcher's item, then 1 skull, and that should be match. Grab that. Green over. Have to carry the purple over there. And that is super overkill. There we go. You're using your team guides for the first 4 floors and it didn't match? What do you mean? Whatever my floors are not going to be your floors. Like, you can't use this thing that I have. This will only work for my guild, which is why I don't normally show it in like the Monday video or anything like that. This is completely different for every single guild. You have to communicate with your own guild what each of the rooms are. If you go by this, it's going to be completely different for your guild. What was I looking for here? Oh yeah, we were just doing the next room, right? I believe that was just the, yeah, because the other 2 are haste scrolls. There was those 2. It just seems like that, because they're more important on higher levels compared to lower levels. They're not actually different. Like, it's the exact same percent for everything. It's just, it seems more important when you're doing higher level content, so you notice it more. Whereas on lower level content, it doesn't really matter if you dodge or not. Each dodge doesn't seem as relevant. We'll take that for now. Oh yeah, I forgot, we don't gain barrier every round, not with this hero class. The way we get barriers, just get more HP. Which isn't exactly barrier, but close enough. I'm actually surprised Yasmin's Pride doesn't gain barrier for self. Seems like a really defensive weapon. I think it has cleanse on self. I think it gains barrier though. Well, it definitely doesn't. No, it doesn't even have that. Wow. It doesn't have cleanse or barrier for self. Kind of seems like it should, given that it's a shield. Most shield weapons do. Okay, is that enough to adjacent kill him? No, it is not. So I have to take him out directly. Means that Doom will live. Barely. And it was kill it with one more Ketris. Hey, how was that not an extra turn? Pretty sure that was aligned, but oh well. Not that big a deal. Go grab ourselves some greens there. Grab the purple over. Take ourselves a, or I guess blue surge, and then we get apothecary that. And just get rid of all that there, and then he's dead. What's a mid-range Tower of Doom? You can run similar with Mountain Crusher, Apothecary, Ketris, and one other troop like Sylvania Mora or Possessed King or similar. You can run the same general premise of Mountain Crusher, Apothecary, any damage source support troop. You could also run Mang, Apothecary, and 2 Skull Spam options, or just 2 support options in general. You can run Mang with Queen Isabel with 2 other supports, and those are most of your options. For 19, we got a haste, so the only floor we have to actually do is 2, because I am going to skip over haste for now. Okay, so that gives that. Do we have Apothecary for anything? Oh, you know what? I should have Yasmined first. I didn't need to fill up Ketrises yet. So since I did, I might just go for the quick kill option then. Which is, yeah, do it on you. Target you, target you. Yep, or target that twice, I guess. Okay, and now we just 1 Yasmin into 1 Ketris. Or even 1 Ketris at this point. Might be enough. We're already gonna have the mana for the other things, so might as well. Let's see. Yes, you will need that Ketris. I mean, you will need that armor tier. And now, if we get full mana, that'll be enough to kill. Problem is, there's no browns to convert. At least not in any good angle. Nope, still not worth it. Really bad board. Still not worth it. Still not worth it. I guess we'll just take a skull. There we go, finally. Oh, that is the wrong color. I meant to do that on purple. Whoops. Luckily, that was not enough to kill. Actually, that would have been good if it killed hero. I actually don't need hero there. It's just blocking mana, or it was. Let's click the right color this time. And he's dead. Luckily, it doesn't matter if hero actually does die. It's not delves. Yeah, replenished each battle. I believe that was the only thing we needed if we're skipping the haste. Yes, it is. And we'll go into the next one. Yeah, no problem, David. If anyone else has other questions, let me know. But yeah, we'll go hand out a redeem code once we hit the end of level 20 Delve, or Tower of Doom, I mean. And we'll head over to Fang Moor faction and all that. Okay, let's just go get a Yasmin right over there. Ketris is down. I'll go for the blue first. Grab the other blue. What else can we do here? Oh, that was... Actually, no, that's not a waste. Never mind. A little bit overkill on mana, but it's fine. We'll do that, and then we just start Ketris spamming all over the place. Throw that, I'll throw it there. Throw it on the other one. I'll kill Spirit Fox. Actually, no, that doesn't even kill Spirit Fox. Wow. Well, the adjacent should be able to kill him, as long as he doesn't buff too high. How much damage is that? That is not enough, but if we tear him, it will be. So we're gonna have to tear him then. Problem is, he just removed all the browns, which I need to get the mana on that thing. Gonna deliberately not cast yet, because I need both of those greens to feed into Ketris, rather than wasting on something else. Always gonna remove brown again, can't really stop that. Oh, I needed that. Ah, that's unfortunate. That'd be sad if we actually lose this. It's pretty unlikely that we would, but technically possible. Keeps getting enough skulls. Not to mention he keeps removing my precious browns. There we go, almost full mana without needing any brown. If he dies, that would be somewhat unfortunate, but not too big a deal. Grab that, grab that. Do I go for full mana first or just kill it? I try going for full mana first. Red Surge, go. There we go. Okay, we're fine now. And now let's double cast this. Ah, that barrier. I gotta ruin everything. Okay, I gotta take a skull before I poke that. Better double poke it with Ketris. Either or will do. Come on, skull. Literally any damage. There we go. And I should be dead. Can you name a couple skull spam troops you use, like Mang, Apothecary, so far? Wild Queen. I'm trying to think of ones that use green. There's not too many. I know Wild Queen's the biggest one. It's also in Soulforge right now. Let's see. Green. Goal. Oh yeah. Alder Father. Wild Queen. There's actually not that many options, is there? I guess technically Dark Priestess. Technically Black Beast, depending on how you build your team. That is not too many options. I thought green had a bit more than that. Oh yeah, Nimue. All the double converts are pretty bad for discoloration though. There's not too many, but there's those options. Wild Queen being the most desirable if you happen to have it. Not a scroll spammer, but first slot web spinner is always nice. Though that falls off pretty quickly in Hour of Doom. Anyways, where were we? We're to the actually never mind, we're still finishing out Doom. Also, how on earth did it go over the way over there? I didn't even click that button. Anyways, Tower of Doom. Floor 20. Let's go finish off floor 20, hand out a code, and then go and do everything with the faction. We got room 2. That's the only one we're going to need since we're going to skip over the hastes. Actually, if we went for every haste, we could probably have finished it today. That is fine. We have all week. Finish it tomorrow. Tower of Doom, that is. I definitely want to finish it before Friday, though. Because, of course, Friday and this weekend is faction event. Same as Nintendo Switch. I want to get all the Nintendo Switch stuff done before Friday, so this weekend can be focused on just grinding for the gnomes. Because we still have quite a bit of gems that we need to make ground on. We currently have under 25,000. I do want to get it back above it. Especially since next week we're probably going to burn through like 2,000 gems for level 500 Pure Faction, or whatever the next faction is. I forget if anything good is from next faction. I don't think I've even looked at it yet. Probably go do that right now. Let's see, what's coming in next faction? Anything relevant? Probably not. Some factions get really good stuff though. Oh, we get a really cute griffin on Monday. I actually really like the troop art for it. Here it is. Let's see, what are we getting? Explodes magic divided by 2 +1 gems if the enemy is diseased. Poison 1 to 4 enemies. That is pretty useless. It does have impervious though. And it inflicts poison. All these inflict poison when they take skull damage, which is not a good thing. They seem to be a bunch of mushrooms. Deal magic +3 damage to an enemy if the enemy is diseased. That's weird. Why do they have all these disease things? One of them better have a lot of disease, I guess. Deal magic +3 damage to an enemy if the enemy is diseased. There's a 50% chance to transform them into a mushroom man, which is one of the ones lower down, and then diseases them. So that's not too good either. Deals magic +4 damage to all enemies. Also, that does count as a kill, by the way, if you're trying to do pure faction deathless. Or, I mean, if you're trying to do deathless. Being transformed does count as you dying once. So, you won't be able to get deathless if they end up transforming you. Deal match 4 damage to all enemies, boosted by poisoned and diseased enemies at a 4 times boost ratio. Isn't that something that already exists? Yeah, Hero can already do that. That's weird. That's exactly what Hero can already do off of one of its perks. I think that's the first time they ever doubled up on a perk like that. Literally the exact same thing as what some hero classes can do off that one tree that diseases every extra turn. Call it something different, but it does the same thing. That's weird. Yeah, his ability seems okay, because if the entire enemy team is poisoned and diseased, particularly from an early game perspective, that is 32 additional damage. So you can hit around 50 to all enemies off of an extra turn. That's not too bad for 16 mana cost. Kind of like a alternative version of Grapple Pot in a way. Yeah, that one will be okay, the Legend. Everything else seems like it's going to be pretty bad. And the rare, the one that other troop transforms the enemy into, it enrages itself and gains magic +1 attack, boosted by diseased enemies at a 2 times boost ratio, so pretty useless. It does have 33% score reduction though. But yeah, next faction seems completely useless, except for maybe the Legend. But everything else from the faction seems completely dead content. Nothing particularly relevant there. But yeah, at least that's a cheap grapple pot alternative, I guess. The Legends. Other than that, the faction has nothing. Yeah, that was the only room we needed, right? Yes, that was the only room. Go head over to the boss. And then we'll hand out a code and then do delves for the rest of the time. And we'll finish up Tower of Doom tomorrow. And go from there. Let's see. It feels so weird not having to do some kind of weekly objective. It's actually really nice because you don't have to waste time and go out of your way for it anymore. And you still get the resources for it just by doing those daily thingies. Or at least most of the resources. Of course, it's somewhat random, but some days are good. Let's... Yeah, I'll take that reds. Might as well gain some slightly higher stats off it. Thank you, Stacy. Yeah, I'm sounding better. Still not feeling 100% though yet. That's getting there. Probably another week or two. That'll just leave there. I highly doubt we're gonna get Sky Yellow. You know what? I'm gonna take it. Because if he gets that Sky Yellow, we lose Valraven. Okay, there wasn't one, but just in case. You gotta play it safe. You never know. I'll move that over, get a Yasmin down, let him do whatever with that. And now we just spam a bunch of Ketruses. Oh, you gain barrier, don't you? That's annoying. Can I randomly get a skull? That'd be very helpful right about now. Please randomly take skull. Okay, that's a problem. Oh, there we go. Alright, we should be fine now. Oh, the extra durability gained earlier was enough to make it live. Oh no, we didn't have Enrage, so it still lives. Wow. Wow, that thing is annoying. Okay, and now we just have to deal with this barrier thingy. I'm not gonna take it yet. Let's go for Ketrus, get that up. Get all the way to full. Now I need to find a way to get rid of its barrier. Unfortunately, that will not get rid of it. Rid of its armor though, but not the barrier. There we go. And now it should be dead unless it somehow gets full mana. I could also take a skull there, either or. There we go. Okay, that's that. And we'll finish out the last few later. We even have a heroism, so we get to skip a whole floor soon. And we have like 3 fireballs, so that'll also help us skip some. Anyways, next order of business. Let's go and do all of the faction event today. Got quite a few to do with that. But before I do, let's go hand out a code. Hello, well, welcome. Let's see. I'll go mark that down. Grab a mark right over there. Copy. Also, it feels weird. It's almost the end of the month, and I still have so many redeem codes for this month. I haven't even used half of them. Because half the month I was either away or sick. And I have a surplus of codes. Might need to give out a lot this weekend then for the vault event while we grind it out. There you guys go. There's the redeem code. Use on gemsawar.com. Your invite code can be found in any of your settings menu. Whatever your game says right over there. Redeem code's right over there in chat. Just copy paste all the random numbers. Few kills. Well, let's go change that. Go quick kill these things. Get our dailies done real quick. And then go head over to faction. Yeah, I wish they worked on the console versions. A policy issue that prevents them from doing so. And luckily each of these battles give 2 XP each. Quite a hefty amount. End your turn, there you go. Gonna skip the other one and use Key Team on it. And do the exact same thing here. Take the easy 2 with the quick team. Skip the harder one for the better team. And then roll back around doing the better team for all the other ones. That is the game plan. Out quicker that way. Cough needs to go away already. Get the cough drop open. There we go. Anyways, take out this first battle and then run Key against the rest. There we go. Okay, and now we run Key Team on the rest of them. Hello, Shady. Welcome. Feels so weird using Key Team without a half mana start. But I need the EXP. Not that much slower. Oh, should have taken a red extra turn. Whoops. Yeah, we got a map. Not like we need it, but hey, more maps are more maps. You never know. Maybe we'll finally get something addressing it in version 4.5. 4.5 is still a while from now, though. But it's already confirmed that 4.5 is a end game patch. So we might finally get some new end game content. We got it around last year too, around August of last year. We got a pretty hefty amount of end game content. That's when all the hero class changes kind of occurred. It allowed for grinding those up to have a lot of extra perks and stuff, which is also what we're technically still grinding down. Yeah, hopefully the same thing will happen. It might be a little bit later than August this year, because the next patch probably isn't till August, and the next patch is a mini patch, not a major patch. We don't actually know what's in the next patch though, but we know that the patch after next patch is a patch that's going to be addressing end game content. So hopefully it'll finally do a fix for delves. Might do something for PvP, hopefully. It might finally do something about maps and trait stones and other similar things that don't really have a sync. And who knows, maybe they'll add a new game mode. Geared towards endgame. Though even if they don't, an update to delves will probably be good enough for that. Titan, Trickster Shot, Giant Spider, Wall of Tentacles, and Leprechaun. Any cheap upgrades for that? Well, that's using a lot of the exact same colors. You don't really need Leprechaun on that team. But yeah, you might want to... Well, are you trying to make it green? If you're trying to make it pure green, I'm not sure if you would want to go Trickster Shot as your only thing in first slot if you're trying to do that for Tower of Doom. You'd most likely want to put your Trickster Shot into a safer location. But then again, I guess you're using barrier spam to protect it. Never mind. Tower of Doom. Yeah, I guess that would be fine then. It's a little bit risky putting your one and only damage source in the first slot. Because once it dies, you ought to lose. As long as you keep gaining enough Titan barriers, it should be fine. I guess maybe replace out Leprechaun. Or even just Wall of Tentacles. Probably Wall of Tentacles, actually. Replace out Wall of Tentacles with anything that uses brown. This seems a little bit weird that you have to keep taking browns and have nothing that actually uses brown. Not sure if you have Sylvania Moor or something. But, yeah, you do want to have a green-brown in that team. Because you need to take brown to get barrier anyways. You don't have anything using the color. Oops, I should have used the gold first. Actually, never mind. That wouldn't have made a kill, even if I did. Yeah, no problem. Come on, get full mana already. There you go. And he's dead. Okay, that's that. And now we can finally go do the delves now. Actually, no, we can't. Gotta do dungeons real quick. We're almost there. Never go do delves. All of the delves. Likely just running the... actually, we can just copy-paste what we want to run there. From the other thing. Also, you know what? That's something else I should probably go do soon. Now that we have team pasting. There's actually a lot of things I need to cover now that we have team pasting. But one of them is pet teams. So you can just copy paste them. Because now it is actually viable to have multiple pet teams. Before it took too much time to switch between teams to make it viable to actually do it. But now you can switch teams within about 3 seconds. So it's actually viable to switch your team now. Assuming you already have it ready on copy paste. I need to go cover a video on pets soon. I'm not sure if I'll be able to cover it tomorrow though. I do still want to cover 4.4. But if I do have the time to cover both, I really should. If not this week, probably next week. Definitely has to be on a pet day though. I guess theoretically it doesn't have to be on a pet day. But it would make the most amount of sense to do it on a pet day. Well, that died. Because it's actually viable now to run like one team for the first 4, then like another team for 5 and 6, and another team for 6 and 7. I mean, for 7 and 8. Or depending on your team, you can run the same one for the first 6 and then change for the last 2. Depends what you're running. But for most optimal speed, you would run a different team for first 4, the second to last 2, and then the last 2. There's basically 3 categories for it based on how much stats they have. The ones that you can basically kill instantly for the first 4. The next 2 that are somewhat within that range, but you need slightly higher damage. And then the last 2 that have higher stats. That just running instant kill would probably even be one of the quicker methods for it. Some kind of damage loop. You have to think of what would actually work most optimally for it. Because before you had to like pick a team that just kind of averaged out being good at all of them. But now you can just run the most optimal for each category. And it takes so few seconds to switch that it's fine. Yeah, we can do that for any game mode, like even dungeons. I mean, for delves if we truly had to. Like, it doesn't take any time at all to go and get our team in. Actually, I believe I still have it set up over here. Normally we'd copy paste it from some other location, like the video or like a notepad or something. But I'll just go paste it from here. It takes a little bit longer doing it this way, but not that much longer. So we'll go get that. Go to games, go to faction event. That's not the faction event. Where's the faction event? There it is. And then we can easily just paste our team in that way. And edit team, manage, paste, and there we go. Got it in. And good as that. Now we just go run all the gargoyles against these. Grab that, a mountain down. Hopefully get a random skull. Oh, oops, I forgot to go get a free enchant. Probably go do that. One of the things that helps this team go quicker. As well as every team. We're going to probably need it anyways, so might as well throw it down. Plus for the 30 or so minutes that it ends up saving. 15 to 30 minutes, it's definitely worth the 30 gems. Where'd it go? Plus, more often than not, we need to buy it anyways, regardless. So might as well. There we go. Okay, so let's go and keep going with it. Now that we have the enchant. And what do we need here? Scrub the brown over. Have to carry away the reds. And he's dead. And we don't need to figure out what path we need either. More often than not. It's the same path every single time. There's almost the entirety of the path is already predetermined, so. Given that it's literally just a snake path. Only one way to go. Hey, Valraven, we need those. Good enough. It's not for return, but it's enough to get it going, and it's dead. The only decision we have to make is right here. As far as path is concerned. I like how we could feed him mana even though he's blocked by giving him 2 that way. What's a good way to feed Iron Gut for one-shot delves? Mountain Crusher? Yes, Mountain Crusher for mana. Well, it looks like we're going top. Oh no, weird order. Take this top one, then the bottom right, bottom left and top left. How do you feed him attack? Normally his first Devour will do that for you. You normally just mana loop and you don't even need it. Because you don't start using him until later delves. You shouldn't be using him this low. The earliest you really ever start using Iron Guts is like 150. Normally you wait more towards 200 or so. But yeah, you want to wait at least until like the triple digits of 100 plus. But normally just mana looping him and just hoping he gets a Devour is the easiest way. Even if he doesn't have 100%, after his first Devour, he will. So there's not really much of a need in the context of delves to feed him attack. One of the reasons why he's so ridiculously overpowered in delves. Because the horde level that you have, which ideally would be at least level 100, would automatically give you that little bit of attack boost without needing to actually cast an attack boosting troop. And then after your first Devour, it brings it to 100% plus. And you just mana loop up into that point. The only time you really ever need an attack boost for him is Guild Wars, and if you happen to be running him in PvP for whatever reason. Those are the only times you ever need attack boost for him. In the context of Tower of Doom, Delve, stuff like that, the extra stats that you get from the game mode is normally enough to not need a attack boost. Because your first Devour is your attack boost in those situations. In combination with the starting stats that you get from the game mode. Come on. Oh, what hero class am I using right now? I'm using Titan. I should be using not Titan. I can go get some free XP on it. And then again, I don't know. Maybe we'll just use Titan. It'll be so much slower if we use not Titan, so you know what, we're just gonna stick with Titan. Let's keep going. Yeah, I guess we'll just keep as Titan. Oh no, we could go Warlord or something, but it's gonna be so much slower, so we'll stick with this. We're going to be grinding enough this weekend. I don't think we need to do a little bit now. Going to get plenty enough when we do it this weekend. Going to be maxing out Warlord this weekend and getting Sunspear pretty high. At least to 70, if not higher. Who knows? We could even get it all the way to 100. It is within range that we could do both. It would take around 22 hours, though, which is a lot of grinding. But between 3 days, 7 hours each day, that should be manageable. We do end up going down that route. Not sure if I'm going to grind that much, but I kind of do want to. Especially since we need the gems at the moment. We're pretty low on gems. I'm saving all the vault keys, though. But of course, we still get plenty of other loot that isn't vault keys. We'll have redeem codes to make up for, if nothing else. Yeah, pretty much. There are basically 3 hero classes in the game. There is Titan. There are all the hero classes that do stuff that Titan can't. And then there's all the useless ones. That's basically the 3 categories of hero class. There's Titan, things that Titan doesn't do, and all the useless ones. That's pretty much how hero classes are. I do want to make a tier list for them eventually, though. I kind of wanted to have all of them at 100 before I ever did. That takes forever, obviously. We're still probably a couple months away from that. Even if we grind crazily this weekend. Still gonna be a good chunk away. I think we're still, even if I grind for like 20 hours this weekend, we're still gonna be like 100 hours away from actually fully finishing that. What's the worst hero class? That's a good question. Absolute worst is kind of hard to pin down. I think it would have to be Knight hero class for absolute worst. He just doesn't have anything going for it. There's no half mana start. Its perks are completely pointless. Its unique trait is kind of counterproductive because it's the exact same thing that Queen Jezebel does, but only to itself. And it doesn't even stack with Queen Jezebel because Queen Jezebel only does it to human and it counts as a knight. All of its traits are useless. All of its perks are pretty much useless. Like, not a single redeeming quality it has. I guess the only good thing is, like, there's a lot of knights within the kingdom. So it kind of has okay synergy within its own kingdom. Other than that, it has pretty much nothing going for it. The class itself is just useless. Though it is the only knight hero class now, ever since they changed Death Knight. That's not really relevant enough. Knight typing is pretty average. You use some in early game and mid game, but in late game it's pretty useless type. Mainly because the main bonus you get from it is armor. And there's not even any knights that have armor boost ratio. Or almost no knights. Paladin does. It's from a different kingdom. And so does Gord's Avatar. Let's see. Yeah, we'll go for this one. Hello, amigo. Welcome. Oh, why you gotta revive like that? Don't delay the inevitable. And he's dead. As to be expected. So thank you, Barbara, for your subscribe. Much appreciated. Oh, thank you, Todd. Yeah, I've been getting better. A little bit under the weather, but hopefully it'll be fully cleared in the next week or so. Yeah, it's been lasting a while this time around. Actually surprised. Because it's been like this pretty much since the start of the month. So it's been like a little over 2 weeks now. It didn't start as bad. And it was the absolute worst about a week ago or so. But at least it's getting better, if nothing else. Yeah, it's been like 2.5 weeks. Being sick. And just kill out the other one. If you'll ever let me do a turn. There we go. Okay, grab all that, claim all that, boom, boom. Yeah. And we'll just take the normal path. Not much we really need to tweak. Oh, lucky little skull there. And I do have an enraged set, so we can one-shot most of these. On the many other reasons why we're using Titan. I didn't even see yet if the next hero class is going to be any good. Hope so. The last few haven't really been anything too noteworthy. Let me see, what is the next hero class? Anything relevant? Probably not. We'll check it real quick. Do we even know what it will be? Yes, it's going to be from Blackhawk. Does that mean it's Rogue? Yes, it is. Ooh, that could have potential. A Rogue from Blackhawk. Its weapon deals magic +3 damage to 2 random enemies, boosted by gold at a 1x ratio. They just added another dragon's key. I mean, skeleton key. Except it's random instead of the last two. Isn't that higher boost ratio too? Wait, why is that boost ratio so high? It's a 1x boost ratio. Isn't that double the damage of what key is? Oh, it doesn't have extra turn now. Ah, that's the main caveat though. But yeah, they're basically adding key 2.0. Interesting. Oh, that's pretty game changing. Let's see, what's the hero class itself? Gains bonus 2 blue mana from blue gem matches. Whoa! That's the first time they ever doubled up on that. Interesting. That's the first ever direct +2 from a perk. And technically it can +3 because it has Water Mastery as well. That means this hero class will be able to +3 your blues, which is pretty insane. 2 automatically, the third is the extra. Has Greed, so you'll get a little bit extra gold. And has Cunning and Winds. Cunning makes sense. That's going to give it 30% skull dodge. I believe it has something that boosts up rogues, which makes sense, given that it's a rogue. I believe it's 1 magic every single extra turn, if I'm not mistaken. Or it's either 1 extra magic every turn for rogues, or 1 magic every extra turn, or every cast, or something to rogues. Whatever it is, I believe it's reoccurring. So you can stack up quite a bit of extra magic that way. Has water, so you get first turn freeze. You can use that for the extra water mastery if you don't want stealthy. Though you already have +2 blue, so that's probably already enough, whatever you're using. The weapon itself is blue as well, which is nice. Given that it has +2 blue attached to it. But yeah, your next hero class actually looks really strong. The biggest thing that it doesn't have that Thief does, though, is it doesn't have stealthy. That might be a little bit annoying. It does have Wind Tree, though. Oh, but that's not actually going to matter much, because Wind Tree's most useful thing is... Oh, wait, never mind. Wind Tree's useless. Never mind. I was thinking Storm Tree. Wind Tree doesn't have anything. Yeah, it's mostly just going to be Cunning and Water. Would be a good majority of what it gets built into. I don't think it would use anything off of Wind. Man, it looks like it could potentially be good. Its weapon is definitely going to be insanely good. Might even be new meta. Even though it doesn't have extra turn, it has so much extra damage. It's basically going to be Fairish Ra, except you get to hit twice. Actually, putting it that way, that is extremely overpowered. Is that actually what that weapon is? It does look like it. Deal magic +3 damage to 2 random enemies. Boosted by gold. And enemies gold. Wait, what? Wait. That is broken beyond belief. Not only is that free double one-shot, that is also boosted by the enemy's gold. That seems absurdly good. Like, you literally just cast it again, and then auto-win. However, this hero class does not have half mana start, naturally. It has so much extra blue mana that it might not really matter. So for quick killing, you might still use it with Thief or something, but still, that is absurdly good. That means if you have one Cedric with max gold, and enemies, let's just say at like halfway there at 50, that is around 270 damage to 2 random enemies. No extra turn, but still, that is basically one-shot anything in PvP. Level good. And we don't know what his perks are. Actually, do we know? Let me go double check that weapon. Plunder and Peril. Does this show up on the spoiler page for weapons? Because this weapon seems like it's going to be the most overpowered weapon in the entire game and with how it currently is. Let's see. Where is the weapon? Is it not showing up? Wait, when's this hero class coming out? August 16th? Wait, August 16th? That's a while from now. A whole month away. Let's see. Yes, it does show up. Plunder and Peril. What are its perks? Why does it not show me what the perks are? It doesn't tell me what the perks are. It tells me what extra stats it's going to gain. It doesn't tell me the upgrade perk thingies, though. Well, it used to. I'm not sure why none of these are showing that. Oh, well. Well, I guess we won't know. We won't know until it happens. But it does have 5 perks. It is a mythic weapon. Depending on what those 5 perks are, could make or break it. But it does seem like it's going to be pretty broken regardless. It's double one-shots randomly on the enemy team, basically. And you can do that on turn 1. Just by using greed into any kind of mana accumulation spell. Like a leprechaun or something. What are boons in Tower of Doom? Boons, 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 boons. If I knew the context, I would be able to probably say that. Oh, I know what boons are. Boons are the little upgrade thingies. Those little things that work towards upgrading your stats. I'm pretty sure that's what boons are. Where specifically did you see the word? But I'm pretty sure boons are the bonuses. They're called boons because it's supposed to be B for bonuses and un for doom. They basically combine the word bonus and boon. I mean bonus and doom, basically. But yeah, boons are just those little upgrade thingies for Tower of Doom. The ones that upgrade these things. Yep, it even has the word right there. Yeah, it's definitely what they are. But boons are just these little upgrade things that give you those higher HP, armor, attack, magic. Every single time you get one of them, it'll increase that specific one by 1. So if you get an HP 1, it would increase that by 1. Keep in mind that they increase the bottom value, not the lower, not the top value. So we end up getting an armor 1. It'll end up bringing us to 1 out of 12. It will not actually increase our amount of armor. However, if we get one for HP right now, given that's at 11 out of 12, it'll bring it to 12 out of 12. We'll end up bringing our HP to 12. Generally, you should only go for the power boons. The other ones are not worth going for. You should only ever go for power. Power gives +1 to each of these. Not to the top value, but to the bottom value. All the other boons are basically pointless. Yeah, that's what they are. And whenever you see them over here, it's just those little bonus thingies. And there's 5 different ones. 1 for each stat, and the power one that gives 1 to each. You should only ever go for power, though. Unless you accidentally pick up the others. I think some guilds might also report magic, but personally I would say only go for power. Because it's 4 boons all at once, whereas all the other +1 stats are only ever going to be +1. Whereas the power is +4 for one single battle. Yep, no problem. I'm kind of interested in that new hero class now. I shouldn't have looked at it. You have a whole month until it even gets here. It actually looks really interesting. More so the weapon than the hero class. The hero class actually seems kind of interesting too. Particularly for Blue Guild War Day. Yeah, unless they're nerfing that weapon pre-release, I think that's going to be the most overpowered weapon in the entire game. Hey, a level 10 chest, nice. Want to see more of those? Hopefully with pure shards rather than that mess. But it will. At least we got a level 10. Wait, where did you see those weapon upgrades for that? Let's see. It submerges itself. Deals 5 damage to the last enemy. Bleeds the first enemy. And gains 10 gold. Wait, shouldn't there be 5 perks? It's a mythic weapon. I think you might have accidentally looked at the wrong one. Should be a 5th perk. Because it's a mythic weapon. You might have skipped over the first one if it said like +4 armor or something. But where did you see that? I didn't see that on that page anywhere. I just have to click on something. Nope, it's not there. Yeah, that weapon's gonna be a lot of fun. I wouldn't be surprised if that one gets nerfed. Scouting Key never got nerfed, but this one might. It just seems really game-breaking for PvP. Because you would auto-win 2 shots every time, assuming no revives and no barriers on the opposing team. Oh yeah, gain 2 attack. Yep, there we go. Yeah, sometimes the stat ones kind of hide at the beginning of it. Oh, Terran's bot had it on it. Oh, okay. Yeah, that seems really, really strong. Double instant kill with Submerge. Which also means it's going to perpetually be submerged. Plus has Ward or Tree, so you can keep the entire team submerged too if you want to actually use it with the hero class. I'm still not sure if you would actually use it with the hero class though. Because you might just want the half mana start. Because I don't believe there's currently any way to half mana start rogues, at least currently. That'd be pretty broken if ever it did. Probably just be better off with Thief hero class most likely. But still using the weapon with it. Yeah, it's been a while since we got a new gold team. We haven't gotten a good new gold team since around December. It's been like, it's gonna be like an 8-month gap. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how it pans out. Is there a halfway mana start to humans? Yes. Holy Stain Asher from White Home. That is one of the few that have it. I think there's currently 8 that are off of troops. I'm not sure if I can name all of them off the top of my head, but there's around 8. And there's also 2 alpha hero classes. Forces and giants alpha hero classes, and mechs, so 3 alpha hero classes. And the other ones are, let's see, I think there was 7. Human, beasts, elemental, Urska, and I forget the other ones. Like 3 other ones. Yeah, so there's like 10 total currently. There's like 30 or so typings. Only like a third of them have it so far. But, oh, what's it called? Let me just actually do that first. Start battle with 50% mana. Yeah, there were 7. Oh yeah, duh, I missed, elves, useless orcs, and I guess oh yeah, and wild folk I forgot to mention. Yeah, there's currently 10. There's, beasts, orcs, humans, elves, dwarves, wild folk, elemental, and then off of heroes, there's, giants, Tauruses, and, mechs. Those are currently the 10 types that have, half mana start off of a troop, or 7 of them off of troop, 3 of them off of hero classes. That's not what I wanted. Let's see, back to the thingy. Back to faction. What do we have here? 1.5, 1.25. And it seems to be our order then. Grab this, take the bottom one, take top one. I'm not sure when we're getting the next half mana start troop. I don't believe the list currently has one. Go double check real quick. I don't think so. Nope, there is not a single one within sight currently. And we can currently see up to the beginning of September. And we currently do not see any. So yeah, we're definitely not getting one for at least a month and a half. I'm actually curious what the next typing would be. Because it opens up a lot of options every single time we get a new half mana start troop. Some of them are more towards the useless end, but most of them will be pretty useful, regardless of what type it picks. You always get jammed into something. Oh, that was a nice enrage hit. He's a lot of barrier right now. How on earth did he get double barrier off of a random chance? Because he has the thingy there, but still, you're really lucky that he got barrier both times. Is the Tower of Doom weapon worth getting? Yes and no. It's worth getting in the sense that you probably want to get it just to have it. But no, the weapon in its current state is pretty bad. They did confirm they're buffing them though. All the HP gain Doom weapons. How hard they're buffing them we do not know. But they are buffing them. So you might still want to get it just in case they buff it to be something insanely good. And for collection purposes. It's also cheaper getting it now than it would be if you try getting it later. Even if you're not buying them through gems, if you're buying it through Soulforge, it's around 25% cheaper buying it now than if you were to wait to get it when it rotates in several months. I would advise just doing it with gems though. But you can do it with diamonds if you really want to save gems. Costs 500 gems to buy it with gems. I think it's like 800 diamonds to buy it with diamonds currently. Yeah, 800 diamonds among a few other resources. The main one is 800 diamonds, which is basically a whole legend worth of diamonds. That's not what I wanted. That keeps throwing me off so much that the adventure board is there. Keep wanting to click it instead of the whatever the event is. Well, 2.5 more floors. Actually, no, 3.5 more floors. Wait, we're on 60 right now, right? Yeah, 60, 70, 80, and then part of 90. Yeah, 3.5 more floors. Surprised Gargoyle could still one shot, though that was the first battle. Has only 50% of the stats. What's going to be nice is since I've been upgrading all of the newer factions to level 200, all those faction days are going to be a cakewalk once they rotate back around. Haven't reached them yet, but I think the first one starts at Silver Necropolis, and then from there I'm going to have like 6 level 200 factions in a row. Not to mention Silver Necropolis, I think I have a 222, even higher than that. Feels like it has never rotated around. Because on the first rotation, it came like almost immediately. So we've almost like never had it. It's kind of weird. Yeah, we'll have a bunch of 200s back to back now. I've been maxing out all of the newer ones, and I'm pretty sure quite a few other people have too. Based on the leaderboard being completely filled with 500s every single time. Ever since they added the potions to the game. And he's dead, if anything. It was killed with that. Let's see, let's take that for now. Grab a gargoyle at it. And we just take all that to full mana and just kill him with another Garg. Actually, why am I even doing that? We should take it with Skull. Easily have the Enrage, that's like 140 something damage. Hopefully enough to kill. Actually, it's almost 150, right? Yeah. Because we're getting 40, well, it depends what our current attack value is. Yeah, like right now we're getting 40 additional, so it'd be 100 and, well now it'd be 0. But it'd be like 120. Or what am I saying, 140 I mean. And that would be enough to one-shot him if we wanted to. However, we don't need it, because we can just double gargoyle. This was the right way, right? Yeah, it should be. Yep. Take this one, that one, and then take the leprechaun. And in the final room... yeah, let's go for that there. Hopefully he doesn't get his 25%. Good. No revive for you. And then leprechauns into final room. And then 2 more floors. Or 2 more delves, I should say. And we likely need just like 1 extra battle after that. I never did claim any of the loot yet. Let me go grab some of that. We're right at the vault key too. Let's see, what do we get from the orb? Anything good? Purple, very nice. Also, I still have not used a single purple orb yet. Haven't had a need to yet, but we will eventually. I just haven't needed to because we've just always had everything. Maybe if we burn through too many gem keys next mythic, we might need to. Actually, why does our gem key stack look so small? Well, luckily we'll be able to replenish some this weekend with the gnome event. Yeah, it does look a little small right now, but oh well. I think we'll be fine. We have 1 billion seals, pretty much. Also, we finally hit over 100,000 gold keys, by the way. Let's see. Let's go back to faction. Where to go? Faction event. Take the final room there. I'll take a round for now. Get that right into mountain. To get a good cascade going and go from there. Good. Get a gargoyle down. Another gargoyle down. And we spot a carry into any follow-up that we can get. Now, actually, no. Do that first. Get a thing right over there, and there we go. Okay, next thing. Well, we don't need to determine our path. I like to keep starting it. It's like, oh, what is our path going to be? Like, oh yeah, duh. We're in Fang Moor. There is no path. There is only one path. Pretty much. At least until the last few battles. First 5 are always predetermined. We've been getting gnomes about 5% now. That's pretty good. If you're getting them in 1 in 20 battles, that is very, very common. I'm pretty sure their drop rate's actually lower than that. During Vault events, they're around that rate. Off of Vault events, they're quite a bit lower, though. Hello, Gonzalo. Welcome. Unless you're specifically talking about from Vault keys. In which case, I have no clue what their drop rate is for that. There's actually not a drop table laid out in the game for Vault keys. Even though they technically did it for every other key. Just because it's not an actual key, technically. Even though it is called a key. But I don't believe the drop table for it's anywhere in the game. Even though we already know everything it drops, we just don't know the percents. But I'm pretty sure that's not shown anywhere. Because it's not shown there. Not shown there. Nope. Yeah, it doesn't show the drop rate anywhere. That's not what I want. Back to faction. Yeah, we'll easily be able to get Tower of Doom done tomorrow night. We'll have the major orb and we'll have up to battle 26. Floor 26, and then that'll be completion on that. We'll take that down for now. Grab a mountain. I should go for Gargoyle first. Just in case we get a random skull to kill it with. No good convert here, so let's go for that. And then Gargoyle to Gargoyle. You use Crimson Bat, Tesla, Hina, and Imperial Jewel. What did you use for mana generation? Oh, so that seems ridiculously quick. Especially for no mana generation. Because the event normally takes more towards an hour or so. Give or take a little bit. Okay, I should be able to skull poke that, hopefully. There we go, perfect. And dead. Hey, eccentric room. That is kind of useless given that we don't have any gold gains. And hopefully we get a random skull for that. Oh, random skull. Nope. No random skull for us. So he's get that for full mana and he's dead. No, this is actually slower than Explorer. Explorer would have won like right now already. It's pretty quick, but it's definitely not Explorer speed. Oh, unless you were talking about the other comment. Yeah, to be able to get this event done in 20 minutes, you would almost have to win quicker than Explorer. Because it requires a lot of battles. Let's see, you have to do, there's 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 7 times 9, that's 50, or not the 50, that's 63. And then you normally have to do one extra, so it's 64 battles. Yeah, you have to win 64 battles. So yeah, you would have to be doing that Explorer rate to be able to do that in 20 minutes, which is extremely unlikely. Quickest you could probably get is one every 30 seconds, which would mean the event would take a little over 30 minutes. About the quickest rate you could probably ever get. A little over 30 minutes. Even that would be very unlikely. Between reviving and other mechanics, that could just slow it down. Yeah, it takes about around 64 battles. Unless you're using multiple sigils. That would be the only way you would get it done quicker. And what I mean by multiple sigils, obviously you can't use multiple at once. But what I mean by that is you can actually get the event done. Actually, you could theoretically get it done in 20 minutes. If you bought up to around tier 3 or 4, you rush through the first several floors. The first 5 or so until you reach like 60, 70, or 80. And then you start doing the entirety of the delves because they give more points the deeper you go. That'd be the only way that you could do that. But you'd have to spend more than 30 gems to get the event done. Wouldn't really be worth it. But yeah, actually, theoretically, you could actually do it in 20 minutes. But it would cost you more gems to do so. And for how much gems it would cost, it's not worth it. Compared to just doing it for free or 30 gems. Thank you, Nathan. Yeah, I'm mostly feeling better. Still got a bit of a cough and still been feeling under the weather. But other than that, at least I can talk normally now and stuff like that. And hopefully it'll be fully gone in the next week or so. Yeah, schedule and everything's back to normal though, at least. Still been resting up a lot though. Ah, those annoying stealthies getting in the way. Have to waste a shot here. Could have just taken a skull. Oh, unless it has dodge. Actually, never mind. That was the right decision. That 20% dodge, we could have hit that at a 100% chance. Ta! No. But, you know. The time we would take the skull there, it probably would dodge. Good. And I was kill Shagro with one more of those. There we go. Yeah, all we should have to do is finish out this floor and then do like 1 or 2 more battles from the next one. And then we should be done. And the rest of the delves will just do off stream. Yeah, does anyone else have any other questions? Otherwise, we're probably wrapping up in the next few minutes or so after we get these last few battles done. Getting to the point of the last little orb there. Hopefully getting a blue off of it. I should have taken mana there. Hopefully it gets exploded. Good. He's going to revive. We are using Titan right now, so I can't just let him hit us with a skull. Which I might just do because it would actually save time. Oops, okay. Well, or we'll accidentally hit him. That works too, I guess. Whoops. No control over that, though. Yeah, I run double Tina on some of the other factions. I think when we're actually this deep, it might actually be better just to run Tina. These Gargoyle starts losing its one-shot effectiveness. Some of the battles will still gets it though, like that. But it loses its consistency. You don't have Gargoyle? It seems like something you would have laying around. Like you just throw some shards at Hall of Guardians and you'd have it. But yeah, Tina and Iron Gut would be okay. Maybe Tina at a different damage source because Iron Gut doesn't really fit that well into that team. You don't really run Iron Gut on lower level delves, and you're running the entirety is lower level delves if you're running if you're just doing the event free or for 30 gems, or you know, if you're just doing it to get all rewards. You never hit higher level delves. It's all within the lower end. Yeah, Wild Queen is a good craft this week. So is Possessed King. Oh, come on, cast. There we go. That skull should be enough. All I have to do now is take a skull and then hit him for all three. And a smash. There we go. I didn't time that, but I believe that was around 50 minutes. Somewhere around there. Oh, actually, we probably still have one more battle to do. Go double check. Yep. Exactly so. Oh, come on! Like 500 something points short. But yep, we'll do this last battle. Luckily, that's why we bought the sigil, because you almost always need that extra battle. So you might as well just get the enchant for all of them. Even if you end up wasting 30 gems, it helps speed you through all the other battles, so you're not really wasting it. You almost always need it anyways. Like in that case, we did need that extra one sigil for 30 gems. You might as well just always buy it just to have the enchant the entire time. Because 9 out of 10 of the times you're going to need the things. Even if you do rooms optimally like we did, we were still 500 points short. It is possible to do without the extra sigil, but you almost always need it. And there we go. And what do we get from it? Ah, useless green! No! That is the exact opposite of what we need. Anyways, I'll finish out the other delve later as well as the normal daily ones. And that'll be that. Let's see, what's our shards looking like these days after all that? 7,692. We definitely could see better days, but at least we have a pretty decent hoard of sacred treasure right now. That makes up for it slightly. That's really cheap to use to go and upgrade stuff. Now we don't have infinite of those. Would definitely be a lot lighter on our gold, that is for sure. Really wish they would add a way to upgrade smaller treasure to bigger treasure, so that you could get more mythic sacred treasures to save on gold. Even if it ends up burning through a lot of souls, it'd be worth it to convert these things up. Hopefully that's something that gets addressed in like 4.5 or soon. These things are useless. You would never really like use these to a high amount. They are just way too costly to use from a gold perspective. But a lot of endgame people have surplus of souls that they could use for it, so maybe they'll do it. We'll find out in the near future. Yeah, does anyone else have any other questions? Otherwise, that'll probably wrap it up for now. Tomorrow we'll finish out Tower of Doom tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here on YouTube. And yeah, let's go from there. Finish out Tower of Doom. Do the pet. I don't think there was anything interesting. I think we just get Oreo, right? Yeah, I believe it was Oreo, that one green Guild War pet. Yeah, we'll just finish out Tower of Doom, get the rest of our grind done that we need on both the two platforms before this Friday, and then this Friday and the rest of this weekend, we will grind crazily on Vault Keys, as is a Vault event weekend. And even though we won't be using the Vault Keys immediately, we will be getting a lot of other resources like gems, glory, and other useful stuff. Heard they are doing some changes to make Pure Faction easier. Yes. That's likely version 4.4, which is 2 patches from now. But yeah, you can currently do Pure Faction by getting delves to around level 200 Horde, and then doing it during their event. Like whenever a new faction comes out, is generally when people tend to do it. However, even if you look at this, there's some people that went for 500 Pure Faction off of this current event. It looks like around, at least on PC Mobile, it looks like around 30 people went for it, give or take a few. But maybe like 25, somewhere around there, like 28. But yeah, people did go for it. You can do that during any of the faction events. It costs a lot of gems though. Like every single person, like even the lower end of this, Probably spent around 1,500 gems, if not more, to do it. But yeah, you can kind of like buy pure factions. There will be an easier way to do them into the future that won't require spending nearly as many gems. As it currently stands, you have to basically buy pure factions for anywhere from like 1,000 to 3,000 gems each. And we'll be doing the same thing next week's Friday, not this week, but the following week. Why we need to go get our gems back up, because it's going to cost like 2,000 gems, if not more. It's a really annoying faction too, so it's probably even going to be more towards 3,000 gems to be able to get it done. But yeah, I've been doing it for all the newer factions. We've been doing that since Silver Necropolis. And how many have we gotten since then? 3, right? Yeah, Sunken Fleet, Stone Airy, or Stone Song Airy, and Silver Necropolis. And each one of them I did to 200, as well as getting pure faction on them. Each one costs several thousand, but oh well, it's kind of worth it. Kind of not. For the most part, it's not, but I don't have anything else to use gems on, so might as well. When we have a gem stack that big, there isn't too many other things to really use them on. And we're going to need to get them to pure faction eventually anyway, so good to just get them out of the way now. Because it's still going to be hard even after they make it easier to do pure faction. But, yeah, we just don't know how much easier they're making it. If they allow you to use hero, it's going to be easy, cakewalk, automatic win. I hope they kind of don't do that, because it's just going to make it way too easy, but we'll see what they do with it. We'll find out in the near future. Anyways, guys, that'll wrap it up for now. If you still have any other questions, feel free to leave it in the comment section below, or in chat. Well, I guess in comment section below, because it'll be after the fact. But anyways, let me go to bed already. I'll catch all of you later. Hope you all have a wonderful rest of your week, and we'll be back tomorrow, 2 hours prior to now, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, finishing up Tower of Doom, and getting our final orb, and going from there. Anyways, guys, have a wonderful week. Catch all of you later. And don't forget, this weekend is not faction event, is Vault event. So if you have the time, definitely a great time to be playing, just to grind out and explore, level up hero classes, and all that good stuff. Let me see, was there one other question? Nope, doesn't look like it. And I will catch all of you later. Goodbye, everyone.